Thanks for having me.
All day. I was so excited. It's been so long.
It's been so long. It's been years, literally.
It has, literally. How have you been? What have you been doing in that time? I know you've.
Oh my gosh. I feel like so much has happened since I have last spoken to you. Lots of touring. I feel like lots of like discovery with music. Like it's changed a lot. Yeah. So lots of writing, recording. Yeah, it's been crazy.
It's been fantastic. I've kept watching and seeing where you're at and what you're doing. So I'm really excited to see you releasing music again. Kaz has popped the comment there about, we were talking it before, just before we went live, I was talking to you about it. So Kaz has done a review and she's just sent it through to us. So I can't wait to read that when we finish. Kaz. I love Kaz's reviews. Always love Kaz's reviews. And we'll pop it in the link in the comments as well, Kaz, for you. But yes, so welcome back. 2024 was your last release, wasn't it? Was it 24 or 25?
Yeah, 2024.
Wow. So 2025 for you was writing, traveling, getting ready for music now. How does it feel to be finally releasing after a year break?
It's so nice. I mean, I feel like it kind of feels like I'm myself again. I feel like it was quite a big year in 2025, just kind of getting ready, even just like saving up to release again because it's not the cheapest thing in the world. But yeah, it's so nice. I feel like as soon as the song came out, I was like, I feel whole again. It's nice.
Yeah. Was you nervous again leading up to it, or was you pretty just happy to be?
I was a little bit nervous, not as nervous as I usually am, surprisingly. I feel like I'm usually more nervous, but there was definitely like a little bit of nerves. Like I think it was the night before it came out. I was like, oh God, what if people don't like the new change and they're like, this is shit. Sorry.
I promise it's not. It's you. It's so good to hear. I said, like, you've got such a, you have grown so much in your singing and it's just such a great song, and you can feel that it's so you, and you sound like you're comfortable in what you're saying and doing, and it's really nice to hear.
Thank you.
Have you had good feedback from people since release this time? What have people been saying to you? Kaz, we missed your music.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kaz. It's been a really great response. Honestly, I feel like a lot of my previous songs were quite sad. I love sad music. I'm a sad songwriter girly. I love it. But I feel like it was time to go to the positive, fun vibes. So I feel like actually a lot of people like, oh, she's happy again.
She's done all this stuff.
I've always been happy.
Yeah. It's just easy to what you write and what you like to write. Yes.
But it's been good.
So you've obviously been writing a lot and recording. You got a bit of music recorded ready to release for 2026? Yes.
Yeah, I do. So I've got a run of singles ready to go.
Oh, so how did you choose Postcard to be the first single? Was that just it felt right, the fact that it's a positive song? What was your reasoning for choosing it?
I think it just kind of felt like the right fit to kind of introduce the new sound in a way. And it kind of, to be honest, when I heard it, I'm like, it sounds like a summer song kind of thing. Like it sounds very summery. And I'm like, with the timeline of the other singles, I'm like, I think it'd be nice to do this one first. And then it's in summer. It's kind of very like road trip vibes.
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that, and I agree completely. I've got so many things to ask you. I don't know where to start. I'm just so excited to have you back out releasing and back on the road. So when we last had you on, I think you'd not long moved to Brisbane, and you're still living in the city, haven't gone back to the farm. Where have you been traveling, and what have you been doing in the travel? Because I know you've been away a lot doing things.
Well, I actually ended up moving to Sunshine Coast, so to the beach, which is obviously quite a change from the cattle farm. I decided that I was going to surf a girl. I was going to learn how to surf. I still can't surf.
I love you to do that.
Yeah, but I feel like, moving to the coast, it's definitely influenced the music change as well. I feel like it's kind of feel like it's chilled me out as a person. I'm a lot more like, nah, I'll go with the flow now. So I feel like the music is kind of reflecting that. So I feel like traveling is like probably less tropical destinations because I'm like, I live in a tropical destination.
Which is so backwards to what you had before. It's just such a big change in your life. Yeah. Do you miss the farm? Are there parts of you that does miss being there?
Yeah, I love going back to the farm. Every time I go back there, it's just like, it's always the place that I feel the most relaxed and just grounded. Like anytime I'm a bit stressed, I just go there and it's like, I can breathe.
Yeah, just a reset. Hits the reset button and good to go again. Yeah, I understand.
See the cows.
Yes. Oh my gosh, sing to the cows because they don't get to hear you doing it anymore at home. So you have to take your guitar. No, it's great to see you enjoying it and still living where you want to be and all the different experiences. And on the Sunshine Coast, there's quite a hunger for music there too. There's a lot of live music. People love seeing music and things. So it would be opening up to new audiences and things living there as well. For you.
Yeah, for sure. It's very like much a little kind of community knit group of musicians, which is nice.
It is lovely. Postcard is your current single. Tell us about when you wrote this and how it all came about.
Yeah, this one was a very spur of the moment song. We wrote this one in the studio, actually. I'd booked 3 days with Garrett Cato, and I had 2 songs, but usually, it'd be like a day per song, but we thought with these 2 songs, like, it'll probably take the 3 days. But by the end of the second day, we had finished both songs.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, okay, well, we have a day tomorrow. Do you have any other songs? I was like, no. So I decided that I was going to try and write one that night, probably a bit ambitious. But I came up with the verse and then brought it to Garrett the next day. And we kind of played around with it. And we're like, this is really cool. Like, this kind of has a cool vibe. Maybe we should explore it a bit. And then it was the first time that I'd written in a studio, and we were kind of just playing around with funky guitar sounds. And then, we wrote it and recorded it in the day, which is crazy.
Wow. Oh, my gosh, that's so exciting. So the song just sort of came alive on its own. It just, like, often songs, you start like, really just with an idea in your head, and then you're going through writing it, and then you're sort of doing the melody and then taking it in and somebody else is changing. So this one didn't have all those in between. So that's really, it's a very different way of recording. I love hearing that.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Have you been, because you've been doing a lot of like co-writes and a lot of different writing, do you think that that's helped you to write this song? Like all of those experiences made it easier to write in the studio? Because it'd be quite pressured writing in the studio, wouldn't it? And knowing that you need to get one. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it definitely helps. I feel like I still get really nervous when I have to co-write with other people. Just, like, I'm just like, oh, they're so talented. I'm like, oh.
Does my idea sound silly? Or, have I gone in with enough?
And sometimes when you write, like, just nothing will happen, and you're like, oh, I don't want them to think I'm a horrible songwriter. So then I'm such a fan of Garrett, and then I'd suggest an idea. I'm like, oh, I hope that's not a bad idea.
In your head, it's so funny how we doubt ourselves, isn't it? But it's funny though, because we all get like that. I think it doesn't matter how long you've been writing or how long you've been in the industry. I think those voices in your head are always there for everyone, but often from some of the ideas that aren't great, that you yourself think aren't great, often something great comes of that. Like you have to go through that stage if that's not a good idea, but then you might get a sentence or a verse or a sound out of it that then writes a song that becomes good. So like, it's so funny. We're hard on ourselves and nervous, but you actually need to sometimes go through that process, which is
absolutely. Sometimes it's like, it may not even be the lyric, it's like, but that's a really cool concept. Like, let's go into that. So
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, I know you've got your guitar sitting there. Are you happy to still do a song for us?
Yes, of course.
I will give you the room and so you can enjoy it. Hi, Jonathan. I just saw your thing come up, but I'll give you the room and I'll come back and we'll talk some more shortly.
Alrighty. Maybe when you get there, you could send a postcard. I bet the views are beautiful, but you never want to go there. all of the could have beens. Maybe it's irrelevant, maybe for the hell of it, maybe. I think you know and I don't really care. Though you saw it, I cut off my hair. Don't wanna wish you the best, baby, you should clean up your mess. I get lost when I'm on my own, but I know nothing is wrong. And all my tears that I cried, it's true, all they weren't for you. I'm just scared to be alone. Guess you found someone else to feed your ego. Glad you finally let it go. Scared of when you're gonna choke. You should be a better bloke. I think you know that I don't really care. Though you saw that I cut off my hair. Don't wanna wish you the best, baby, you should clean up your mess. I get lost when I'm on my own, but I know nothing is wrong. And all my tears that I cried, it's true, oh, they weren't for you. I'm just scared to be alone.
Wow, I love that song. I love your voice. It's just, yeah, so good to hear. I love that it's got like a folky sound to it as well. It's just a really lovely, lovely song. What a way to start 2026. Such a great single to release now. 2026 so far, what have you been doing this year? Because I know we were talking before, you didn't go to Tamworth this year, but how's your year started out? Has it been good?
Yeah, it's been really nice. I feel like it's been fun, kind of really exploring just like new music coming out, and you're kind of like getting ready and you're like planning year and being like, okay, well, I'll have to get this done by then and then this done. And it's just like really fun. It's just being back in that mindset of music releasing again. So it's exciting.
It's very exciting. Postcard, before we go on, guys, if you haven't already heard it, scan the QR code. You can do it now or at the end of the show, and make sure you go and have a listen on whatever platform you're listening. If you are not a QR code person, I have also put it in the links as well for you to go and have a listen. Let us know, though. Come back and tell us in the comments when you've listened to it, because even when the live is finished, I still get the comments. We all do. So send it through. We love to hear what you think. Always love to hear what you think. Hi, Jonathan. You popped in, and Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Scott has said brilliant. There's lots of people coming in. Jonathan's fantastic song. There's so many people jumping in. It's lovely to see you all. So yeah, Postcard is your current single. Have you got any shows coming up for 2026 that we can come along and see you live?
I don't have any shows booked in yet, but whenever I have shows, I'm always posting about them. So you can keep an eye out on the socials.
You're in the planning stage of doing some lives?
We're in the planning stage. Yeah.
And where are you thinking? Where have you got to on that stage? Have you got some places that you're really itching to go that you haven't got to yet?
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like, obviously like Brisbane, your kind of main cities, but I feel like I'm really excited to get the band together and do some band shows. I feel like it's always been a lot of acoustic shows. So I feel like with this new sound, I'm excited to go down that road. Band.
How exciting, and how stressful putting a band together. Like that sometimes is just, people don't know, it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit, I'm like, oh gosh, but it's so much fun. As soon as soon as you do it, you're like, oh, why would I ever play by myself again?
Yeah, it's worth it when you get there. But it's such a hard thing. I've said to a few artists now, it's almost like you're doing interviews, like trying to work out who has what sound. And then on top of that, who's available when you need them available as well. Because everyone plays for everyone. So it's it's not just this person suits my music and I want to play with them. It's, are you free here? And it's huge.
Exactly. It's so hard to line it up.
It is. It sure is. Scott has popped a fun fact up for us to talk about as well. In 2021, that you released your debut album, River of Sins. I remember that, and I'm sure we had you on for that, because I can't believe it was 2021, and that seems like a while ago, because 2021 shouldn't seem like a while ago. But you did that one with Shane Nicholson. Can we still get copies of that? How can we listen to your album? Is it all still available for everyone?
Yeah, it's all on the streaming services, and then I've still got like the hard copy albums. I think you could still buy them online, maybe. If not, you can definitely just send me a message and I'll post one to you.
That is perfect. I will definitely do that tonight. I love hard copy. I like to be able to read it front to back, hold it. I'm happy to listen to it by streaming it, but I still like the hard copy in my hand while I'm streaming it. I know that's strange, but I know Kaz.
I like it. It's like a book, right? It's not the same when it's like on a little screen.
I know. Yeah, and the smell of the books and it all impacts it. You know, I'm the weird one that would pick it up and have a smell, before I read it.
So I did this the other day. I bought a new textbook, and then the first thing I did, I opened it. I'm like, and my partner was like, "What are you doing?"
No, you have to do that. I'm sure you have to do that. Oh my gosh, what is your textbook in? What you're studying at the moment, by the sound of that?
Yeah, I'm studying nursing. It was like a pharmacology textbook, and I was like, "Yes." He's like, "You're such a nerd."
My favorite subject, pharmacology. That was my favorite in nursing subject. I loved it.
I didn't know. Are you a nurse?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Well, there you go. So, what year are you into? You're doing that as well as music. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm in second year. So
second year. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Jonathan just said he's the same. He loves the hard copy CD. I think it's a thing for music fans. I don't know if it comes from maybe before streaming kind of became a thing, like, because we used to always do that, and you'd save up for weeks to get one CD, so you had to make it last. And you'd read the booklet.
Yeah, and it's just like an actual experience, and like reading the booklet, and sometimes like the artist would have a little message there, and I always found that so exciting.
The thank yous, and see who that thing, and then the photos, as you go. Like, I always loved that there'd be even some like pages just have a little tiny photo, but it was just you're right, it's an experience. It's it's a story. It's telling you a story, and the album takes you on the ride, doesn't it? Kaz said she knows, she's an old librarian. Kaz, I could see you sniffing a book too. I can see. We're all probably going to end up in crazy. Everyone's going to think these girls are so strange, but it's a thing.
We all find each other.
Yeah. Exactly. And Jonathan said he's the same, loves the CD, fantastic song. There's people coming in everywhere. 2026, so you're in the process of touring and getting out and about. How are you going to schedule all that in with study, and like, are you releasing music when you've got study breaks? Because right now you'd only just be back at uni for the year, wouldn't you? March.
Yeah, well, I think I'm kind of just hoping for the best. I looked at my calendar and I was like, when's my next break? And the next break is like January 2027. I'm like, great. I'll just have no time off. But to be honest, it kind of, I don't know, I feel like when I'm studying now, releasing music doesn't really feel like work. I'm like, this is the fun thing. Like, this is.
It is. And I tell you what, as a nurse, and like, I mean, you never.
Oh no.
Hi, sorry. I don't know what happened. It just literally just threw me out of the room. That was
there we go. I was like, am I the only one here? I was like, I said nothing. I'm like,
I don't know what happened. It just literally just went, see ya. That's what the computer thought of me talking. You can blame it. Really.
I was so awkward. I was just like,
It's hard when you're by yourself, isn't it? I don't know how you guys do lives, because at least when I do a live, I've got someone to talk to. Because when you're by yourself, it's so strange.
I was like, can they still see me? Is what's happening?
It is so bad. I'm so sorry. But anyways, that is the beauty of a live show, is it doesn't always go perfectly, and they're the bits that always end up the best, aren't they?
We love it.
But yeah, I was just about to say, like, now that I've been nursing for so long, like I think I'm 18 or 19 years now, maybe even longer. But I think it changes the way you write, because we get and you'd be starting to notice it in second year, like we get this sense of humor that's dark, and you go on prac and you see all, like, you just like, people are not going to understand my brain and why I think that's funny, because most people are grossed out and we're sitting there laughing about it while we're eating our lunch, you know.
Yes.
Your writing style will probably start to change just because of that alone, let alone all of your life experiences as you are going through them. But wow,
Sure.
I'm not envying you, uni and studying and music. Wow. But we were talking a second ago about your album, and it hit number 5 on the ARIA charts in 2021 as your debut. That's your debut album. That's huge. That is so
It's crazy. I remember when my manager Graham called me with that news. I was driving and I just started crying. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, Camille, Aria is even in the same sentence. It was crazy.
But it deserved it. It was it is a great album. Not was, it still is a great album, and it does definitely deserve that. But it is really cool that one thing about it, like being your debut album, it's not something that anybody would expect, but you can actually, it shows other people that are starting out that it's actually achievable. Having that for you there, like, it just gives you the ability that then, you know, others that are coming through and people that come up to you at shows that are, you know, people dreaming of an industry career, like, you go from being a new artist and a new album, first album, to being someone that people can come up to and go, hey, you can do this too if you want to. So that in itself is a pretty cool thing for debut album.
It's very cool. It feels very imposter syndrome. I'm like, but that's not me.
I know, it's strange, isn't it, how we do that to ourselves. Tell me about this, how you came up with the artwork and things for Postcard, because I always find your artwork lots of fun to look at and see. Did you design everything? How did it all come about?
Yeah, this one I'm newly independent as well. So like I feel like it's been a fun journey. Just I feel like I'm like, wow, I make all the choices now. This is so fun. So I feel like, I don't know, I kind of looked at that picture and I just kind of thought it was cool. And then I kind of thought, I'm like, I feel like this image would have gotten a no previously, but now I don't have to pass it by anyone. So I'm just going to pick it.
That is awesome. To me, I feel like it goes really well with the Postcard title and the lyrics, because to me that photo's fun, summery living. Like, that's what I think when you're doing, like, you're on the move, you're living, and then the colouring. And so beforehand you had to run all of those things by a team to go, can I do this, this and this? And was it the same with the singles that you released as well? Did they sort of have a bit more control over that as well?
No, probably wouldn't be like control over the music as such. I mean, there's always, I wouldn't say like you would have to pass it through them for the decisions. It was more just like a bouncing board, like, and it was always like really great. You know, you'd be like, what about this? And be like, oh, I don't know, like it's a bit on this side. Like, how about this one? And they would be like, oh, okay, I never considered that. So it was like, I don't know, I'm probably making it sound bad, but like, yeah, and sometimes like if you really wanted something and they disagreed, then you would have to really try and be like, no, but I want this. So I think it's more so now it's just nice to be like, I want this, so I'm going to have it. But it also feels weird because then you're second guessing yourself because you don't have that.
I was going to say that, like, because even if they say yes, you can do that, and it's just, but it's still someone to soundboard against, isn't it? And being an independent, it's not only that, but you're the one taking the risk completely as well. So to have that moment, but it'd be a double-edged braid, really. Like you're getting to make all these decisions and do what you feel's right, but also not having someone to go, hey, is this silly, or should I be doing this? So like, but it's a lot of pressure in other ways, but exciting creatively. Like that's the good thing. You get to do your own thing. Scott has another fun fact for us. Oh, sorry, I missed a comment. Did I? Sorry. Jonathan said, I love getting a signed CD and a book. I'm not going to ask artists to autograph my tablet or Spotify account. That is so true.
Yeah.
How accurate is it? I've never thought of it like that. Because it's just a thing, isn't it? I've got hundreds of books that are signed.
What do you take for them to sign?
Yeah. What do you get if you don't have hard copy albums? I think people are generally pretty good at buying merch for that thing if there's merch available at the show, I guess. But yeah, that's a hard one. What would people automatically go with to a show to get signed if they don't have an album or a poster? Because you used to get posters often with your album and things like that. And he has popped up another fun fact for us that you've performed at showcases in all over the world. Tell us a little bit about the one in Ireland was the one that really stood out to me. Tell us a bit about that, because that's really exciting to hear that you get to. Sorry, my cat's just decided to join us. He hurt himself just before we went live, so I'm too frightened to sit him down because he was limping. He's just popped his head up to say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so tell us about that one, because that's one that I haven't seen many artists do. So that's a pretty special moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I feel like it felt weird kind of reminding yourself that, like, I'm playing shows in a different country. This is what you dream of, and it's just like, this is happening. It's so weird. Oh, wow. I got distracted. I could see a cat.
It's like, he's a devil. He's this one. You think he's sweet. He has moments where I'm pretty sure his sister does not wish that he was here. He's very cute when he's cute, and he's a devil when he's not.
He knows how to turn it on.
Oh yeah. My sister comes here and she says to me, he just has this naughty look. When you see his eyes, you're like, he's going to get in trouble. Like, you can just see it. He doesn't hide any moment. That's for sure. His name's Loki, so he lives for his name. It's very true. I guess. Tell us a bit about performing in Ireland. Are they really into Australian music? How did your sound go down with them?
Yeah, I mean, they're it's like kind of like a strange setup. Like, it was my first time ever, showcasing.
Yeah.
And it's like a very different setup. So it's like all these artists from all around the world, and it's crazy. Like, it's all like seminars and workshops during the day, and then the performances start at about 7 p.m. until about 3 a.m. in the morning. So it's just insane. Yeah, there was huge, like, really long days. You're really tired. I don't know how many times I had performances at like 2:30 a.m., which is so weird.
I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you stay focused to do that at that time.
Crazy. But it was just such a cool environment, and you met so many people from all around the world. And it wasn't just artists, it'd be, like agents or kind of festival managers or anything like that. So it was really cool. And I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, you're Australian. I love us Australians. I'll come to the show. I'm like, oh, cool.
That is so cool. Yeah. Because there is a huge hunger for Australian music out there, overseas. It's incredible when you get out there and see it, because I think we're a little bit sheltered from it sometimes here, and we don't notice how much. And I think that is one thing I do like about Spotify and YouTube, is it does give you a map of where people are listening from, and it shows you that we actually do get out a long way. It's not, it's not just local. But I would imagine hearing those comments when you're not even in your own country, that's a huge, huge win, and it'd feel amazing.
Yeah, I think even we did a UK tour in end of 2024, and I mean, you're kind of worried. You're like, is anyone actually going to come to the shows? Am I going to be playing to empty rooms? And the amount of people that said that they walked past and they saw the poster and they were like, oh, like folk music, 2 Australians. I like folk music and I like Australians. So they bought a ticket and they didn't even look us up and listen to the music beforehand. They were just like, oh, we just love discovering, you know, the new best thing. And that happened so many, like probably like a large portion of ticket sales were just people who walked past and saw a poster.
And how nerve-wracking is that too? Because you don't know, because the ticket sales are so spur of the moment. You don't have 100 sold before you get to a room and perform that. But it's so good that they take notice of that too. Like that's incredible.
It's very cool.
Would you do that sort of song touring again? Like, would you go into showcases more? Is it something that you could see yourself doing, or would you sort of want to focus more like on your band shows and different things like that at the moment?
I feel like I'd probably lean a bit more towards the headline shows for now.
Yeah.
I feel like showcasing was a really cool way just to kind of get your foot in the door. I feel like I've met a lot of really cool people out of it. So I feel like I'm kind of in my headline or just, you know, band shows phase.
Working into that era at the moment. Yeah. Jonathan, he said you play a lot more Australian artists on your Spotify. And I think that it's interesting that you do that, Jonathan, because I think with the streaming platforms as well, when you listen to one or two songs from an Australia or from anywhere, doesn't matter where they're from, it will sort of then suggest artists to you that are similar sounding or from similar areas. And I think that side of streaming helps artists. Like, there's definitely pros and cons for it, but it is interesting, and I think it gives you the opportunity to go, oh my gosh, I do like that style of music, and when the next one comes up, it's good because you get to see different people that you probably wouldn't have come across otherwise.
For sure,
yeah. What is the best place for us to keep an eye on you? Because as you said, you've got some songs, you know, you're working on doing some shows and getting them out. What's the best platform to take notice of what you're doing and keep up to date?
Probably, you know, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I like delving in the TikTok world. And the website as well. All the shows will pop up there.
Do you do all of your own social media and websites? Because that's huge in itself as well, isn't it?
I do. Even just, you know, updating all of that, it takes such a long time. And I'm so bad with social media. I'm like, oh, what are people going to like? And then I just resort to taking the piss out of myself. And
I love that. That's always fun when artists do that. I think when anyone does that, it's always fun. But it is hard. Yeah. And that's another thing that, you know, it is good when fans can say, hey, this is what we like. What content do you want to see from me and hear from me? Do you want me to play a song? Do you want me to, you know, what do you want to do? Sometimes I think people like the behind the scenes of social media, getting to know you as a person, not just your music. And I think it's a hard world to navigate, but it does open up a lot of doors. Kaz said she doesn't do Spotify, but when you can get a hard copy that you go through Bandcamp. Yep, Bandcamp is great. It is really good. Yeah. And that's another platform that recommends things to you as well. It's similar kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry. I hope you don't have another interview to go to, because I'm really good at talking and we've been talking for way longer than we're meant to. But I just want to Jules for sending you back through to us. I can't wait to see you the rest of 2026 and your new singles as they come out.
Thank you.
Between Prac and everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much for having me too. It's so nice to chat again. It's been way too long.
It has. We're not going to do it next time. We're going to be much quicker. We'll definitely invite you back for your next single. We can't wait to see it all. But guys, before we do go, make sure you either scroll back to the top of the page or the QR code that we had on earlier. Make sure you go and have a listen. That one. Thank you so much, Scott. Have a scan of that QR code if you haven't already heard Postcard. Go and have a listen and let us know what you think in the comments. I always love hearing everyone's thoughts. Jonathan, keep on talking. Loving this interview. It's so good. How was your birthday, Jonathan? I haven't got to see you since I'll speak to you. Did you enjoy your day? Jonathan had a birthday not last week, the week before.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday, Jonathan.
Take care, Camille from Kaz. Thank you so much for joining us. I always love having you on. So welcome back. Welcome back. 2026 is going to be a big year for you.
Thank you so much. Lovely chatting.
Anytime. Guys, we'll be back next week, so keep an eye out on the page and stay safe. If you're at shows over the weekend or anytime, send some photos through. I always love seeing them. So keep them coming, and we'll see you all next week. See you guys.